Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We're here to start the final of the UK National X-Wing National Championship 2017.
I don't need to do that, bro.
You don't need the list. I'll be trying.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the UK Nationals 2017 X-Wing Final between Faan Langelaan and the European champion, Rasta Mace.
The Paul Heaver killer, Faan Langelaan. The Paul Heaver
If I lose, you lose that title, do I?
I it is the Paul Heaver killer, Faan Langelaan. This will be a 2-hour time final. So I just want to wish everybody, both of you guys, good luck in your match. You guys take it easy. Clean game.
We will. No spitting, biting, nothing below the belt.
Exactly. And we will be starting the clock in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go for it, guys. Good luck to you.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're here for the final of the UK National Championship 2017. While things get underway, I'm joined by, look at that camera's way too high. I'm joined by Jack Mooney, also famous for making a big mark at World Championships for 2 years in a row, the highest ranked UK player in November and May. Yeah. And I'm joined by George's son, Simeon Dellapina.
Right, guys.
All right. Basically, we've seen Jack. He's playing at Triple Jump Masters. Sim plays the same list as his dad here, so these are the two most informed people with regards to this matchup. And we'll see how far things go. And I've spoken to Sim. I've been very serious that he needs to keep his cool.
I'm going to keep my cool.
But one of the
Fan's a lovely guy.
One of the things here is that these two players, I mean, we know what George is like. George is the most lovable guy around, isn't he? Yeah. You have to, well, when you're speaking, you have to lean into a microphone. Yeah. I don't care if it's this one or that one, but you lean into it, right?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
George is one of the most lovable guys around, right? No one's got a bad word to say about George. Okay. No, Sim, you got anything bad to say about your dad? No. Okay. No. And Faan is one of the best players I've ever seen, and completely polite and what's the word? You know, at the table manner is perfect.
Yeah,
Never
definitely.
got any problems. So I really don't think there's going to be any kind of situations here at all. It's just going to be the game going to be played, and that's the end of it. So George has got initiative.
Run away.
And we're placing asteroids. What's your options for asteroids, Simeon?
So against jumps, you kind of want so against Faan's jumps in particular, you can see Faan placing the rocks very sparsely because Faan's jumps are built to block and control the entire board. So what Dad wants to do is set up a rock field that Dad can play in and Faan can't.
Yeah.
So I think that's what Dad is doing right now. But they've both brought small rocks because in a typical matchup, Dad doesn't want the rocks to be set up as he's setting them up now. But because against Faan, his list is built to block.
Yeah.
Dad needs to do this. Dad needs to set the rocks up like this.
And we've already seen Faan in the last game against Ben Lee, and Ben Lee's no slouch, but Faan just outplayed him every step of the way. There was absolutely nothing Ben could have done. Excellent positional game, control of the engagement. The engagement didn't happen until Faan was happy it was ready to happen, and it kind of caught Ben on the back foot as he tried to escape the net of firing arcs that were being lined up against him. Take a moment right now just to say thank you to all the Patreon followers that we have that gave me $85 this month to help pay for petrol and parking to come here. Please go on over to patreon.com/First Earth if you're willing to help, and everything's appreciated.
Oh, yeah, I think the Faan's engagements are a lot better than mine, which is what I struggle with playing the jumps. My last 2 games, my engagements were awful.
So tell us something. So we've already spoken about how George is the nicest guy in the world, right? But you're his son. There's got to be some situations where there's like a bit of friction there.
Me and Dad.
Yeah.
Me and Dad are pretty much the same person. I'm just a smaller version of him, as in personality-wise.
Yeah.
But me and Dad argue constantly.
Yeah.
say we're looking for a practice game.
Uh-huh.
He won't play against Kev because him and Kev know exactly. They've played against each other so much that they know exactly what each other are going to do. He won't play against me because there's too much friction constantly. It'll be pretty much every round of the game there'll be some kind of little thing that we'll argue about because butting heads.
Yeah, look, your mum put on a video about a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
And, two of you just fighting before you start a game.
Yeah, this was before we even started, and we were having a full-blown argument. So.
Okay, cool. So even though, even with the parent-child conflict, your dad still manages to be the nicest guy in the world, is what we're saying.
Definitely.
Yeah? So Faan doing a pretty standard setup for himself. Just kind of lining them up, jousting position.
They're so manoeuvrable, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
The deployment's not too much of an issue because you can just redeploy wherever you want anyway.
And he's got it really practicing. It seems to have abandoned the idea. He's going to start again.
He probably just wants to get a better lineup.
Yeah, he wants. And we saw in the last round, he lined them up. For Vince, don't knock the camera too much. He lined them up, and then when he executed one maneuver, they ended up practically overlapping because of the bevel on the side of the base. So that's why he's using templates there. He gets it so precise.
Yeah. I don't know. I like the idea of using templates in deployment.
As long as they're not going outside of range one.
Yeah, I know, but you can't. You're supposed to eyeball everything in the game. It's not really eyeballing, is it? Just whacking a template down.
Well, I mean, yeah, I get what you're doing, but it's more about maximising because when you use that template set, you know that you can't plug that in. There's no plug. They're all European.
Yeah, they are actually.
I've only got 4 English plugs and they're all used. Okay. So yeah, he's it's about maximising space because when you use the width of the range route of the maneuver template, you're guaranteed that no matter what maneuver you do,
exactly.
they never overlap.
So you guaranteed it, which you should eyeball it and not be guaranteed.
So tell me, Jack, do you eyeball it always, or do you use any kind of like?
I mean, I start them touching each other, so it's not hard to eyeball. But then again, I'm not using templates, so if I.
No,
I mean, I played Hal and Jake.
I totally get it.
And I've never once used any other template rather than the range one, and even then I haven't put it between ships to make sure they're not. I just eyeball it. Mm-hmm. That's just a petty thing, I guess.
Just 1 second, mate. I'll be right back.
It's tiny on the top corner.
Is it over? Finals on time, isn't it?
2 hours. Yeah.
Yep, finals 2 hours. And so we've already, I think they've already discussed that as George being the European champion, he's got his Worlds ticket confirmed. And so this is just really just to see who's a champion. Faan is automatically qualified for a trip to Worlds as well.
Yeah.
But then we've got the Dellapina dream to do the double.
Yes.
Yeah?
Definitely.
What, for Worlds?
Well, no, win European and then win national.
No. Well, no. Two Dellapinas in the final Worlds.
That too. But for now, to be champion of the UK and champion of Europe is pretty much all you can ask for. We'll see how things go from there. I mean, George is an excellent player, and I've spoken about this before when your dad and Kev came on the Spanish video podcast that we do, and after they disconnected, I said it's crazy because when I first met you guys, it was at the first Yavin, and none of you really placed at the Warlords or anything like that, but you were there, you're having a good time and everything like that, and then it was just after that is when you all started getting like I think you had like 3 people in the top in the nationals that year, and
we had so top cut. For Nationals 2016, there was 6 of us in the top 32, and we ended up getting Kev got into the top 8.
So just like I say, it's just the way that your community ethic just caused your players to ramp up and just become some of the most respected players in the community.
Yeah, definitely.
When before they were like some of the most loved, and now the skill level is up to the top level.
100%.
Well, it's obviously worked playing in the community, hasn't it? Because Euros, you and Rasta both brought Lebo.
Yeah.
Lebo and
Miranda.
Oh,
Yeah.
my head is absolutely.
Yeah.
Lebo and Randa.
Yeah.
That's always obviously something you've like built between you all.
Well, basically about a month before Euros, I think we had on a Tuesday night. I think I had like a week off college, and I was watching a load of games of Americans playing like Lebo Canaan,
Right.
and just like a random not like big streams, just random little streams. And I was like, oh, I remember the days of Lebo Chubo. Let's try and make Lebo work. And then I flew Lebo and Randa, and I took it to our Tuesday night. We have a Tuesday night X-Wing night at Warlords every Tuesday. Took it to that, won all my games, and then like for the next 2-3 weeks, I proceeded to take this to every tournament, every practice, and out of the 80 games that I played, I lost 2. And then a week before Euros, Dad was thinking about taking Paratani.
Something for your dad. Don't worry. You hear it back. I put the little Smurf voice on you there. So don't worry.
I'm not talking anymore.
Your dad was asking you to turn the volume down. I didn't turn the volume down, just put the Smurf voice up.
All right, so basically about a week before Euros, Dad was planning on running Paratani, and at that tournament I played Dellapina against him, and just rinsed Paratani. The list was built to beat Paratani.
So speaking to this, what's happened is when you guys went to European Championships, he stole one of your lists.
Yeah.
And then coming here, you stole his list.
No,
because he said you've only played like 2 times.
so is he.
Oh right, okay.
We
You both come up to it together.
we were set on both taking Dash Miranda to this tournament,
Right.
but Mangler Cannon Dash, Mangler Cannon Engine Dash, and then standard everything else. So Thursday night, Kev comes round ours, and Kev is playing his cruise missile list and says, I need practice against Fairship Rebels.
Yeah.
What's up?
Keep going. What is it?
Have you changed the feedback? 'Cause I'm sure I've watched this twice. Oh, mine has been absolute.
No.
Mine has been mental.
No, you're tired. Don't worry, Jack.
I think you have to be mental because
You're
there's
tired.
now, I don't.
He's just gone one forward and barreled again.
Well.
It looks okay to me, Jack.
It's fine, don't worry. So yeah, basically on the Thursday night, Kev said he needed practice against Fairship, and the TIE fighter, the Rebel TIE fighter, was in the cabinet, and we couldn't be asked to say the TIE fighter at the cabinet. We were like, no, can't be asked. So we ran this. Dad ran it against Kev, won in 14 minutes, rang me straight away, told me to come home, and was like, oh, I think I found it. I come in, play the exact same list against Kev, smash Kev in 14 minutes, same amount of time, and I was like, okay, this is pretty good. And then that night, we were up till about 2 a.m, just testing matchups, and then I decided by that night, it was gone from practicing with Dash Miranda for about 2 months to having 4 practice games before nationals, and definitely like deciding on the spot that this was the list.
So once again, let's mention the Dellapina Trinity, yourself, Kevin, your dad. One of the things that's most of interest here to me is that the amount of effort you guys put into creating a different list.
Yes.
So, for example, here, the bigs, as it took with Miranda,
Yeah.
isn't the sort of thing that people are planning, like you said, Fairship Rebels, the 4-ship Rebels
Yeah.
with Jess Power or Rex or whatever build-up they've got. And then at the European Championships, the Lebo, the completely non-meta list.
Well,
yeah?
this list that Dad's running now is a meta list.
Yeah?
Yeah, this is a standard. This has made finals at American Gen Con and American Nationals.
Ah, right, okay.
Yeah, so this isn't like a special snowflake list.
No.
Lebo was a special snowflake list, but it was kind of like, it might as well have been Dash. But it was just, like we were practicing for about 2 months before Nationals, and we would run lists that had Lebo Miranda that were 98 points, and there was no need for an initiative bid. So we could fit Dash in, but we were just trying to make Lebo work, just to prove a point that Lebo. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, because, and then afterwards, the Americans had several things to say about that.
Yeah, several, uninformed things. Yeah, it's all worked out well.
Wicked.
The dream, innit?
Yeah, absolutely. And then and as George went from there, it's like completely 100% dedicated to taking yourselves to the World Championships.
Yeah, 100%.
So it looks like you guys have got a great year ahead of you, and
Definitely.
we'll all see what happens here.
Yeah.
Let's try not to spend all our time talking about your dad, though,
Yeah,
because
definitely.
there is another person on the other side of the table.
Yeah, Mr. Faan.
It's Faan, and he's a legend in his own right. As when Vince introduced him and he said Faan Langelaan against European champion George Dellapina, I said, remember that Faan did kill Paul Heaver out of the World Championships 2016. So Faan's got his own props to go for. What do you think he's trying to get out of this engagement, Jack?
Faan's trying to get a block out.
Yeah, definitely. He's got, bear in mind, he's got burnout slump, so he can sell bumps a little easier.
We saw in the last matchup, you wouldn't know about this, but
No.
it's not just that he's got burnout slam, he's got Cicatrix Vizago as well. And so in the last matchup, he just suddenly dumped the burnout slam to get a rig cargo shoot and dump it on top of Nim. And it was fantastic. And I asked him afterwards, do you have all the cards on there? He's got the inertial dampeners, he's got black market slicer tools.
There's no reason not to.
Yeah, he's there, he's ready, he's got a plan, and he's going to pull
Even
it
the
off.
feedback array is pretty tasty as well, to be honest with you. If you can set up the bump without the...
He can't feedback array. He's got a 1 point elicit.
Oh, I thought it was two.
No.
can't.
He's got the burnout base.
Burnout slam.
Shows how much I know.
So he's
about
got all
it.
the ones. So he's got is black market 1 point? Black market isn't
Black
1
Market's
point.
1 point.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
But I mean, you ain't really giving stress, so there's no point doing that.
No.
No. But he's got that toolbox basically. He can just switch them out as he needs.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh no, yeah, definitely. It's a PTL list. You can definitely punish them.
Yeah.
Just getting a slow engagement. This is what happened to me. I don't know if you watched the French finals, but the French finals were a disaster. This is because I get used to these final games, the opening part being so slow.
Yeah.
And you got to try and fill this gap with conversation.
Yeah.
You know. And so I ended up just getting into a conversation, and suddenly the final was like going.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, what has happened?
When did that happen?
But the thing was, they were also plying me with alcohol. Because they're French.
Yeah.
And let me just say hi to the guys in France. I had a ball with you guys. But yeah, things as far as the stream was concerned didn't go too well. But we have to move on past that and look for the future and see whether Faan can exert the same control over George as he did over Ben. He literally thrashed Ben, outplayed him every step of the way.
I imagine he's going to slow roll one more turn.
Yeah. I think Dad's in an okay position at the moment. Dad's out of range for Faan to do any shenanigans this turn. So if Dad kind of speeds up a bit maybe, then Dad could get some early shots in, maybe shoot a missile, and then turn 2 maybe kill a jump before it has a chance to do anything. So I think this turn, even though it looks like there's nothing going to happen, this is all depending on range control. And it could very easily decide the game this turn.
Yeah.
Range control is very important for both of these lists. Probably going to barrel roll towards the board edge. Yeah.
I thought you said you couldn't barrel roll anymore. Langelaan ding dong, what are you doing to me?
Fanalang ding dong.
He gets a lot of stick for that name, huh?
Oh, it's only a time.
He's a young dude though as well. He's not that much older than yourself, Sim. He's about 21, something like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He's in university at the moment in Amsterdam.
Yeah.
If I remember rightly, I might be just talking out about him now.
Yeah, so it's definitely slow roll.
Yeah,
Focus.
Yeah.
No.
I don't think you focus here.
Nah.
Because if Dad rushes in, then Dad gets the torp off. Dad could still get the torp off.
But
Dad's turned into the... Let's see what he's done.
If Rasta goes
Oh,
fast...
hello. There we go. This is how you do this. Okay, so Dad's played this very smartly. Dad's now decided to run, and he's trying to win this game.
Turn it down a little bit.
Yeah.
I can hear you, dude. Please. Yeah, it's not on.
Absolutely. Just a little bit softer.
So Dad's currently trying to win this game by dropping
Sorry, it was
bomblets
bugging me.
and
Me as well,
dealing
yeah.
the main damage with Miranda's TLT. And just basically, as I said,
One night
that
at
free
Ashley
rock
Farm,
field,
Mhm.
that condensed rock field, he wants Faan to have to play in that rock field. Dad can easily play in that rock field because Dad doesn't care about arcs.
Ah,
Dad's got bomblet, Dad has TLT, and he also has the 180 arc
yeah.
from the Wookiee.
Yeah.
So this is a very smart move. I really like this. Otherwise, Dad was basically just flying into the jaws of death
Absolutely,
at that
yeah.
point.
So,
This is very smart play.
shooting phase.
Combat.
I'm going to need some mark bigs.
Looks like Faan has a shot at. Oh no, Miranda checking range. No, out.
It's close. So,
Faan gets a free shot at Biggs.
range 3, no rock.
Oh, the Wookiee might be range.
Oh yeah, the Wookiee, of course.
2.
2 hits, 1 focus. Takes
That's an
2
early
shields.
2 damage.
You're number 2.
Yeah, I'll shoot at Biggs.
Yeah, range 3.
Sorry, Jack, but it's going to be like this, okay?
This guy. Ow. Just that.
Nope. No range. And he's lost a shield? No. Okay, everything cool. So it's going to take us a while to get through this one, but...
Have you still got the Smurf voice on me?
No, I haven't. No,
Thank you.
seriously.
Thank you.
It was just, well, that's what he was telling me before, to keep your voice down. And I thought he was like, as a joke, telling me to turn you off.
Yeah.
Talking, obviously, I didn't realise, because I mean, when you see me set up normally, I'm nowhere near this.
Yeah,
close.
that's the
But
thing.
when I came in on Friday, they were like, yeah, well, I was like, all right, just see what we can do, and not worked out this time.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do about it.
It's difficult.
Make the most.
I mean,
of it.
as long as we speak softly, the microphones can hear us perfectly.
Oh,
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
If you want to wear this for a bit, right?
yeah, can do. It's caught on. Yeah, there we go.
And then that way you know I've not got the Smurf voice. In fact, if you want to see what the Smurf voice was like, we just turn this up here. Okay, and that's all that's going on. Nothing wrong. As long as all these red dials are pointed down, there's no problem.
Okay, cool.
You can actually hear your dad and Faan through there as well, huh?
Yeah, you can.
I'm not saying anything right now, yeah?
Yeah.
But when we talk, you'll be able to hear them.
Definitely.
That's probably why I would take the focus though. Because even if you are getting shot, it's better being shot with a focus. And
Yeah.
I don't think he's getting much of a better position from my barrel.
I think he's more looking at the options of chasing them.
You really don't want to be chasing it.
No, but it's like whether or not, like how he's going to pursue the rest of the next maneuver.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
you have to back off.
Okay. That is way too weird to hear myself talk.
Okay.
So which one of Faan's ships has Visago?
The one with the yellow marker
One
on
with
the
the yellow.
base.
Okay.
Yep. The orange marker is the one that has extra munitions.
Yep.
And the one with normal size pegs
Yep.
is Atani Plasma Intel Agent R4
Yeah.
Gator ships.
Cool. Good to know.
Why did Faan end in Swiss? Did he go undefeated? Or was he 5-1?
No, he lost one round.
Sorry, wrong dial.
Can't remember right now.
Dad forgetting his own manoeuvres.
Faan was around 16th place. He was 16th.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, sorry.
I'd hire him over than Faan. Yeah, I'm taking that. That's a win in my book.
Oh, this was a 3 bank. Yeah, sorry.
3 bank.
Sim, do you know how long George took to make the patches? Heinz.
It's about
Kev was mentioning it before. He had the idea to do it, and so he went out and bought some toy helicopters from Toys R Us.
I think the
next day.
Seb.
Yeah, it looks like the idea came from Seb. Because me and Seb got one from my local store, and he was sat in my house taking it apart, building the thing.
Yeah, the rotors are fully rotational.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're on magnets. So.
Just in case.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect
Just in
anything
case you
less,
needed
to be
that.
honest.
Exactly. Dad's Miranda gun on the bottom of the
I've
cockpit
seen
is
that
fully
move as well,
rotational. The astromech on Biggs pops out,
Yeah.
of course. No, I'm
And
joking. It doesn't.
Oh, I know, right, okay.
when he
Yeah, that would
integrated
be well
astromechs, it like literally just springs out.
That would be too far.
Yeah.
Yeah, and some excellently painted ships as well. The Miranda has always been, since Europeans, it has been heavily talked about.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Sabine's stolen a ship.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Miranda may be piloting, but Sabine's got a gun to her head.
It's also really cool to see foreign players getting to the top of the UK national.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, this is not just a UK national event.
No.
This is some people came over from Germany.
Yeah.
We had a guy from Poland. We had some of your guys are Italians
Yep.
as well.
Yep.
So, it doesn't mean just because it's the UK Championship in Europe that it means that someone from Europe, from the UK, is going to win it.
Well, Dad's nationality is Italian.
Yeah.
Even though it's the same with Manuel. Manuel's nationality is Italian, even though Manuel's got a much stronger accent than Dad. They both live here, but their nationalities are Italian.
Yeah, and we've got so like for example for last year when we talk about how mobile the European community is, it was Duncan Calendar won the UK national last year. He's technically Australian. In France, there's a guy who lives in Barcelona but is from Romania originally, but has American citizenship. Won the French national.
Yeah, exactly.
What else were the other ones? The French guys went over to Belgium and won that.
It's a multicultural game.
Yeah,
actually.
absolutely. And Tom Reed went over to Italy and won the national championship there as well. So, yeah, when you're speaking about Europe, it's because it is relatively easy to travel around Europe.
Yeah.
And so it does work out in our favour that we're able to get so many national championships in.
Definitely.
I mean, European players are able to go to more national championships than what most Americans go to regionals.
No, I can agree with that.
Because we're talking about Ben Lee went to France this year. He's taken part in this one. He's not won, so he's almost certainly going to go to Copenhagen or Belgium or Holland, and that's going to be 3 national championships in a year, if not more.
No, I'd love to do some. I went to Poland regional. Went to Polish regional. And obviously Wales, but that's the extent to my international travelling. So I'd love to do some more.
I've been invited by Manuel, one of our team members, to actually attend, as well as the tournament organisers, to attend the Italian Nationals. So if we can get over there, then that's definitely a thing.
You have to go with Tom Reed in Scotland.
We've got a house there.
Yeah, all right, okay. This is very reminiscent of George's play in the European final as well. Just kind of like skirting around for position, just kind of waiting to see where he can get Faan to a position that he can actually take advantage of.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, just a little bump. That's it. Check for
Assuming
shooting.
that was a ball.
No shooting.
They did say it was a little bump.
Oh, I see, you can hear.
Yeah,
So that's kind of pre-measuring, really. I did kind of check. We're well out.
I can check as well.
Okay, that's just weird. It's weird to me. Seems a bit odd.
It's interesting that they chose to wait till 4 o'clock to start this final, knowing that it's got 2 hours time and we have to be out by 6.
Oh, do we? Yeah. Oh, interesting.
That's what they told me this morning. I was like, no, we have to be out by 6. I was like, okay. But yeah. So it'll be interesting to see. I mean, I don't think we're going to go to time. I mean, Georgia's European final nearly went to time, but got things taken care of in the end.
Yeah, it shouldn't do the 2 hour mark.
No.
You quite comfortably had me.
Yeah, but at the same time, we've gone through half an hour already.
Yeah.
So we're a quarter of the way through the game, and there's been
2 shields
combat
down.
engagement and 2 shields lost. In this case, George just got just the bomblet on Miranda, correct, Sim?
Yes, just the bomblet.
Yeah. But cluster missiles as well.
No,
Concussion missiles.
concussion
That's what-
missiles.
yes. So that's a bad move on my part, putting CM on there because it looks like cluster missiles. Not much I can do about it now.
That bomblet generator does work though.
It works very well.
No, it's between 1 and 3 damage, isn't it?
Exactly, yeah.
And it's free, so you might as well drop it.
Absolutely.
Sim, what's your thoughts on Nim instead of Miranda in this list?
Well, Nim. It's kind so. The thing that Nim has over Miranda in general, not in this list, is Nim can. The thing that Nim has over Miranda in general is that Nim can drop bombs with genius.
Yeah.
In a SWAT, in a Bigs list, you don't want to drop a bomb with genius. You've just hit your entire Bigs list. Nim doesn't have regen either, which in this kind of a matchup, those extra regen points could mean the game.
Yeah.
And Miranda as well. So if you get a 1-on-1, say you're against a Dengar Nim, you can kill Dengar, and then Miranda can't keep up with the damage race. Nim can't keep up with the damage race because Miranda can regen.
Yeah, of course.
Bear in mind though that Nim can stop one of those bombs from blowing up.
Yeah, but with this kind of list, you don't. When you drop a bomblet, it kind of hits. Do you know what I mean?
We saw
You're not
yeah.
skirting around the board, dropping bomblets behind you.
We saw
You're
Ben.
hitting and then going past.
We saw Ben using Nim to kind of use the bomblets as if they were kind of faux asteroid tokens.
Yes,
like
very much so.
shut down a lane. And of course, the problem with that ended up being is that he ended up having Nim completely disconnected from the engagement while he was trying to make these maneuvers to kind of shut down a lane, and Dash ended up just getting thrown apart.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
so movement
he
then.
needs to be able to keep in the engagement at the same time. Not that it's a likely outcome, but if it comes to a final salvo, we're looking at Miranda 2, Biggs 3, and Lorik 2. Lorik 2 or 3?
3. So it'd be 8 versus
8 dice versus 6.
Do we still think the jump master nurse is relevant?
Read it.
I'm going to have to read it better at a later time.
Because this Ronan does.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's having a laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not serious.
It's great.
Wait, you know, you brought Han and Jake to Nats this year.
Yeah, that was amazing.
And we'll try a lock at Lorik.
It's the get good scrubs and then just stream.
I actually thought that was serious until I saw who it was from.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Dad very much is just playing the runaway game.
Tell me something, Simeon. You're down with the kids.
Wink.
What's your take on the natties? What's the word for it? Dilemma. Like whether or not we should use it or not. What's your take?
Just if you want to use it, it should be like saved for those times where it matters.
Yeah.
Not just first engagement. I rolled triple of eights. It should be like when a ship's on 1 health or like it decides something. Yeah. Shout natties, but like,
Okay.
don't be like, oh, I've got 1 evade,
So like
one evade dice. I roll an evade, and shout natties. That's just not like. Just use it correctly.
Because one of the things that I was coming up with is that it seems like the British, the British contingent aren't really willing to adopt it. They seem to have it as a bit of like that. It's stigmatized already.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing what the situation there is more along the lines of Americans call them diapers, whereas we call them nappies. And I think that's kind of like where the British are kind of like reluctant to take on the word natties.
Yes, very much so. So yeah, Dad's definitely playing the runaway game here, and it's definitely the right move. So due to Miranda basically not being able to make the hard turn this turn, Dad's going to be able to drop a bomblet. Next turn, or she might actually make the hard turn, because if she doesn't, I'm not sure if she'll actually stay on the board. Oh no, she makes it. Yeah. Yeah. Nice, really nice.
An excellent positional game.
Yeah. If Dad didn't make that, then Miranda was off the board next turn. More than likely. So that was very clutch.
That's it. I've got an action.
Tell you what, it's a drastic change from last year, when last year was dominated by Imps and Scum.
Yeah.
There was no Rebels.
In the top 32, there were 10 Scum, 18 Rebels, and 4 Imperials.
Last year it was top 32 was me and Graham, the only Rebels.
Yeah. Yeah, last year at Nationals I ran Dengaroo.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was
most
all,
people did that, right?
yeah, it was Dengaroo, triple jumps or triple aces. They were the free
they
list.
were.
And they each counted each other.
Yeah.
Triple jumps counted Dengaroo counted triple aces counted triple jumps. They were the free list. It was a triangle of counters.
Paper, rock, scissors.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you think this year's actually been pretty diverse? Because all I've done is play Rebels, but
One of the
I've
things
not
is
seen
that
the
everyone always complains about nerf this, nerf that, this is OP, that's OP. But then when, as I've said this before, but when you look over the course of the last year, it's not been just one list that has dominated the whole year. Every 3 months it changes. Yeah. So the question is it a question of the specific list being OP, or is it just a question of people just focusing or gravitating towards the most dependable list at the time?
Every meta we hear that a certain list is OP, and one list is always going to be good, and people bring natural counters to that list, which is why X-Wing's such a good game. Because say in a card game, if you have the deck wins. In X-Wing, if you fly the list badly, you're not going to win with it, which is why the air quotation marks broken list can never actually be that dominant, because only the best players will be able to fully capitalise on the strength of that list.
I mean, I'm just blanked out. Sorry. There was something I was going to say. I blanked out. I was thinking about something to try and block Simmons' voice, who's not travelling so much. You're doing okay, man. There's no problem there. It's just like, I'm just worried about it now.
Yeah. I'm trying to.
Yeah. And you're coming through perfectly clear, so don't worry about it.
Cool.
Okay?
Awesome.
Yeah.
I really need the toilet, but this is quite a key engagement. I think I'll go after this round.
Off you go, Sam. I don't think there's going to be too much happening shortly.
Did you actually play much X-Wing yourself?
Not for a long time. No, there was a possibility that when I got here on Friday, if everything went really well, that I was going to do some Hangar Bay pods and things. But no, I ended up spending too much time trying to mess around, trying to get it perfect. And by the time I'd finished, it was like 6 o'clock, and they said at 7:30 we're all going to get out. So I was like,
I was playing Armada here until like 11 o'clock.
And what?
I was playing Armada here until like 11 o'clock.
Yeah, that's Armada. Yeah, because it's one of the official tournaments. Everyone else had to be out.
Yeah, that went
Yeah.
on for ages.
Armada was a brutal day, huh?
Oh, it was horrible. It
Yeah.
was my first like big event, and the last game, I just made so many mistakes. I was actually in the running for a decent spot until the last game.
Yeah, because we have one of the Scottish guys, Callum, staying with us, got the 3rd place spot.
Yeah.
Just missed out on the final.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. But what list would you be running? If you
No, I'm useless. I'm terrible. Everyone in Spain says no. You play happy lists. Right. You play silly lists. They say. One of the ones is the 2-6 heavy 6 with I don't even know if they're heavy. With Auto Blaster and Fearlessness.
Yeah.
With Palob and Torquil with Auto Blaster and Vectored Thrusters. And the other one that I've been workshopping around, a possible thing to play was Raging Lando. Raging Lando accompanied by Biggs with R2F2, so that when he gets the free action from Lando, he can just up his agility.
Yeah.
And then Rex, just because there's 14 points left over. It was just
Why not?
So the idea is Lando rages every single turn, and he's got Inspired Crew, so the rage just gets cleared the next time he does a green manoeuvre. Because he does a green manoeuvre, he gets a free action. So Lando doesn't get to see the table enough these days. Yeah. Lando's being forgotten about. He needs to sharpen episode 8, otherwise people are just going to forget about him
To be
forever.
honest, do you think you bumped it? It looked like you did wiggle it a little bit, and you aren't.
Well,
Go on, you say what you got to say. You say what you want to say.
I don't think I wiggled it, but it's
Now
it's
they're
so hard to
discussing
see if
whether or not
it's
he's
done
bumped.
because the edge of the base is.
Yeah, but I mean, if they're touching, you hold your template.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so close. Do you want to roll a dice for it?
Well,
He's possibly out of block range.
It's not that, Faan's manoeuvre has caused
Did
a
look
little bit of a
like
brush
there was a little
between the
movement,
two
I don't know.
bases. Faan argues that
Just
it's
roll
just
the dice.
the
Yeah,
bevel
or
The civil
on the
way,
base
I mean,
well,
has caused it, and there's a discussion as to whether or not what
you
George
obviously
believes
don't
he's
sound
bumped,
very sure that
and
it wasn't
Faan doesn't
either,
believe
so
he bumped.
You sound a little bit like you're not sure it was or it wasn't.
If it's touching, it's touching, isn't it, I guess?
well,
Well, you can touch.
I think I just moved it.
The issue is whether or not it fits in the space.
Personally, I don't think there was any
At this
wiggling
point, if
or,
the ship
or,
moves,
or
there's no way of.
Cool.
Yeah,
We can
that's
have
the
it.
argument,
We
is
can also
whether or
have
not
a
whether
judge.
or
No,
not
don't
it moved or
need
not.
judge. No,
I mean,
no, I'm cool. I'm cool.
Okay.
If that's what you think,
Okay.
that's cool, man.
So
This
has
is-
it's very
conceded
tight,
the
but
argument.
I mean, on the
This is that point where you wish judges were allowed to watch
maybe
streams.
you are.
No,
No,
it's
no.
all good. It's all good.
Okay, thank
You've
you.
got two
it's
judges
all
watching
good,
the table right now. They're right there. They don't need to watch the stream to make a decision on that.
But you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you
So,
mean, but the thing is that once you start having judges watching streams, then you got to have a judge watching every single table. A 200-man tournament. So because you've got to give the same.
Just
you've
a
got
final.
yeah, the final.
Just a final.
Maybe.
Like, it's a bit of like, you know.
Yeah, but then one sec.
That's nice. Is this on this one?
Yeah.
And this one. Low it.
Well, let me ask you something, Simeon, because a bit of inside information, right? So your dad's come along with a Lebo card to give out to everyone.
Yes.
Now, of course, the thing was he won the European Championship with the Lido card, and when we asked him at the European Championships what card do you want to make,
Yeah.
he said he wanted to make a Lebo card.
Yeah.
Is this a sign that he's not been allowed to make a Lebo card?
This is a sign that Dad has had zero contact so far.
Shots fired.
About tickets,
All right,
about anything that he's given all the relevant information.
Okay.
But so far there's nothing. So
Nathan
we made our own.
Eade, Nathan Eade, if you're out there, having won the other Continental Championship, what sort of information have you received? I mean, there's still time. There's still plenty of time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, was it May?
Well, the European Championships was in June, first weekend of June. Gen Con, the North American Championships, was on the...
Yeah, we got till May for Worlds.
Yeah, you've got until May. Yeah, well, I would hope the flights would be sorted by January. I would hope.
Well, you never know.
It's
And
quite,
who knows? Because there's rumours of turbulent futures for X-Wing. So maybe it's a question of they're waiting until those things come out.
Well, it's
Because your dad want to make a decision based on how things are now, and then have everything turn upside down.
well, it's quite a poor way of doing it due to like the cost of flights increasing the closer to the date you buy them. So at the moment, it looks like I'm going to have to buy my own ticket, and I've already got all of that, but it costs me more money because they set it up later.
If I might give you advice as someone who's worked in the hotel industry and with flights as well, and having to travel over here, I've got a lot of experience of working with flights. Is that typically it's bad to buy the flights so far in advance.
Okay.
Typically, they put the price at a certain level, saying this is how much we want to make. And if the plane doesn't fill up, then they, about 3 months beforehand is when they start to drop it down until they start to sell again. They go back up and they start kind of seeing how far they can go. Okay, so once you get to around January, that's when it's a good time, especially in January because they do like sales and stuff like that.
Spend focus, get a new target lock.
Yep.
So that's
Guided ships.
Yep.
4 hits from the plasma torpedoes.
Take 3 shields.
so with
3
reinforced,
shields.
that's 3 shields.
3 will fire plasma torpedo.
Yep.
Second torpedo for Faan. Hits with 4.
Spend
2 focus,
get a new target
a
lock.
crit,
And
spend the
guided
focus,
ships.
target lock, spent. Oh, no chips. He's acquired a target lock for the R4 Agromech, and that's like a focus result.
Dodge 1, 2 hits and a crit.
So that's 2 hits and a crit.
1, 2, and the face up
Loose
is a
stabilizer.
loose stabilizer.
Actually, the white one have received from stress token. Yeah. Then is this guy in? I think he's out.
No, he's out. Movement.
Let's try it. Plug in that USB and stuff. Charge it back there. Yeah. Take that one. Thank you, mate. So, we're now down to 72 minutes to go. This changes into a normal length game of X-Wing. Tension is palpable, and George has got to make a key manoeuvre here because Faan is slowly edging closer and closer each turn.
The one with Vizago is yellow.
Yeah.
Okay.
The yellow base marker is Vizago, and the orange is the extra munitions. So the other jump master, the one that's the lowest on the normal size pegs, has spent his torpedoes.
No, you can still do plenty of stuff without those torps, though.
Huh?
We can still do plenty of stuff without those torps.
Yeah.
Intel.
Absolutely. It's got Intel agent.
Obviously, it can be a focus battery. Even the 3 dice with focus and target counter, it's still very tasty.
Absolutely. Sorry, mate.
Sorry, I just got to move for
Actually, I've got so quiet now. I can actually hear the chairs squeaking through the microphone. I just want to say it's actually not as noisy in the hall as it would appear through the microphones.
Yep.
Lee?
Yeah.
Yep, sure.
What?
Lee?
Nothing.
You might just check with the template if it
Oh, here
fits or
comes
not.
the blocks.
It will not fit.
He's going to
So
try.
we will just maybe I'll move my range ruler here and then we'll just
Yeah,
place it there.
George is now being very cautious about making sure to press down,
All right.
Yeah, of course.
making sure there's no contact.
This one is a 3-4. You will do a focus.
That orange one's going to try and obviously try and talk onto Malric.
Mm-hmm. Try and get rid of him.
We'll target lock Lorik.
Yep.
Probably show him off.
So Lorik running around with 3 target locks on him now.
Big, stay where he is. Lorik, bumps.
Oh.
Happy?
Yeah, no problem.
Biggs bumps, Lorik bumps,
And Miranda.
and that's going to be a problem
Hudson.
for not having action. Oh, and Miranda just turns right into it. So what do you think your dad was thinking here, Sim? With these maneuvers?
Dad gains nothing from running away in this situation.
Yeah. So
And this was a very, very bad engagement for Dad, purely because Faan got the torps off onto Lorik,
yeah,
And now Faan can just block the board with Intel Agent.
Okay.
So
The
Dad's list is very unfavoured against Faan's list purely because of the control element. But, you know.
He's only got one shield left.
So Miranda. Let's have a look what she's got.
The yellow-based Jump Master has Cicatra Visago.
That's range 1.
I mean, the yellow could die from this engagement if he gets the dice rolls.
Huh?
The yellow one, number 3,
Yeah.
Visago, could actually die from this engagement if... No, you roll natural hits, don't you?
Yeah. I mean, the yellow one's got like 5 hull and 1 shield token left, so...
He's got 6 health. He's got 6 health, but he can get hit by 8 dice.
Yeah.
Concussion missile at number 2.
Concussion missile fired on the extra
shield.
munitions Jump Master. Spends a shield to roll an extra dice.
5 dice.
Lyric. Range 1 on number 3.
What happened there?
He got 1 hit for it.
Doesn't matter.
Just one hit?
Yeah, I know.
So
okay.
he obviously didn't have the focus, so he got one natural hit, changed it with guidance ship,
What's the commandos?
and then he rolled 1 natural hit.
Okay. I was looking. This
very
was taking
good
a bit
roll.
slow to update, and so I wasn't looking.
3.
That's just take 3 damage on the Visago.
And Biggs, range 3 on number 2.
2 damage cards on the Bizarro Jump Master.
Plasma torpedo.
Yep.
At Lord.
Yep.
Plasma torpedoes, crit,
Then focus, get
focus,
the
hit,
and guidance ships.
guidance ships, 4 hits, focus,
Yeah, so Dellapina.
4, 1, 2, 3.
Damage.
Structural damage. And Lorik is off the table.
I think Miranda can comfortably beat 2 jumps.
So that was number 2.
Sorry, yeah.
And they
What?
both
What did you say?
I think Miranda can beat 2 jumps.
Miranda 2 Jump Masters, I suppose.
He can take out the yellow guy, he's going to get hit.
Cool, so I know
He
what's
can
going on.
potentially bomb him next turn.
Yeah,
Dad's a very good Miranda player.
no, we've seen that.
He's a good player in general,
Yeah.
to be honest.
Yeah.
Focus.
Wow.
Focusing,
Get a target.
3
Dice,
hits,
that's
gets
fine.
the target locked for the R4 Agromech.
Why am I rolling
That
one
looks
dice?
like a focus, and that's a focus as well.
Take a stress to knock it down to 2.
Takes the stress.
Number 3, range 1 of the
R4D6, loses shields on Biggs.
Focus, get a target.
2 shields. Dice being dice. Okay, movement.
Wait, strategy end phase?
We're going to change to a red cargo sheet.
Maybe.
Here comes the Cicatro,
I'll change to a rig cargo ship.
swaps out Burnout Slam for a rig cargo chute. Here we go. The yellow Jump Master getting ready to drop a rig cargo chute in front of Biggs and, or on top of Biggs and Miranda. Jump Masters still have 1 torpedo on the orange and yellow. Miranda target locked by the yellow Jump Master, and Biggs target locked by the Intel Agent Jump Master at the top of the screen, from what I can tell. shields left. 3 hull plus the integrated astromech. I don't know. It doesn't look good for George right now.
No, it's not looking the best, but
Doesn't mean it's over, but
once one of those jumps has gone, if you can, if he wants to drop the Ricardo, he has to go straight over them, which means he's not blocking. The orange one might be able to fill that gap.
So I'm just trying to get in a position where I can control everything.
Right.
So it must look from behind, like we're on a date together. But like, this is what we've got to do.
Yeah, I think so the orange one goes forward to block Miranda going forward, and then because he's got intel, you can barrel roll to the right and block the hard 2 probably.
Yeah.
The other one goes over with cargo shoots, gives stress, and the other guy can just do what he wants because he's job master. Yeah, you can go forward even hard and just be the focus battery for the turn.
Yeah.
So I think Faan's probably got the better position at least this round.
Yeah.
You got cluster knights also or not? No.
So. Faan asking George if he has cluster mines, if I understood him correctly.
Can't see Rasta coming back from it. He's just gonna have way too much damage.
Yeah. He's got a pilot skill kill the yellow jump master. But the thing is, it's going to go completely against him because he's going to have a cargo chute dropped on him.
Yeah.
He's going to stress himself. He's going to have to move through that cargo chute. He's going to lose his actions. He's going to have 2 ships just kind of knocking around. And there's also the possibility that, obviously, George has got to be careful. He can't put a red manoeuvre into the dial. I mean, the K-Wing doesn't have one. And I don't think he's going to do a K-turn with Biggs, but...
Well, he's stressed, so he can't.
That's true, actually. So Biggs is going to end up being double stressed now.
It's hard to tell from this angle, but he might. I'm assuming the 2-4 fits, but I could be wrong because I'm not very good at looking at this.
2 forward with Biggs?
No, with the yellow jump.
Yeah, that would fit. 2 forward would fit.
There, yeah. Oh, yeah. So
The problem is that he's going to do this forward and he's going to barrel roll to the left to get out of the way of that red cargo ship. No, he's not going to fit. So just focuses up.
Oh, no, yeah, definitely.
This guy?
I'm going to do this guy over. No.
Bum.
Oh, no, it's this guy thing. I thought he's doing...
Setting up a huge block to be able to try for the next turn, I suppose.
I guess he's got torps. Maybe that's what he's going for.
On the orange jump master, he's still got plasma torpedoes.
And the yellow.
And on the yellow one as well. And the yellow one has Miranda target locked. It's worked out perfectly for him. The orange one has Biggs target locked. So
I'm a little surprised by that.
Yeah, let's take another focus.
So Biggs. Is that effective?
Yeah.
those R2D2 templates. What was your position on the R2D2 templates? Love it or hate it?
Um,
They were very divisive. It was kind of like the Marmite of the X-Wing community. Loads of people were like, they're amazing.
No,
and that one's like,
yeah,
it's so horrible.
I think I preferred the picture of them. I think seeing them in person, they didn't look as nice in person.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, I still like them. I just don't
Run
think
the bonnet, and I can get that template out, so when I move, I don't know.
they were as nice in person.
So, Biggs escapes.
Okay.
And, okay.
We mark this one because I can't quite get the template. Here, you can use that if you wish, just to make mark the corner.
Okay.
That could have gone a lot worse for Rosto, in fairness. Obviously, no dice have been rolled yet,
Yeah,
but in
absolutely.
terms of not being blocked.
Yeah.
So, Randy's going to focus. So, Bumlet gets that one, not that one, and not me. So, number one. And Sabine 2.
So, takes the damage, and another one from Sabine.
And Miranda.
Miranda roll. Oh,
1. Range 2. So TLT on number 1.
TLT attacks the Intel Agent Jumpmaster.
Just one.
Recovers a shield. Gets 1 damage.
And second shot. And focus for 2.
Focuses with 2 hits. 1 damage.
You're shooting, bro. Yeah. Range 1 bits.
So I think, just to be clear about, for those following at home, Sim has stepped away from the commentating table. I guess the tension's getting too much for him. He was doing really well, to be fair. I think he was doing really well, but they just come along and asked him to step away. His mates did. He's just sitting over on the other side of the hall now, trying not to look over too much.
Spend focus, get a target lock on Biggs, spend it. Range 2.
Which one? Sorry,
Sorry,
which one?
that's number 2.
Yeah, cool.
Target lock.
Yep.
Spend focus, get a new target lock.
So do you reckon the whole idea of switching this Argo to a shark with the big cargo chute,
Yeah.
was that a kind of a 2 damage cards?
Wow. There's no symbols on my dice today.
And he gets a crit.
When that happens,
So it looks like Biggs is off the board.
crit, no.
You got that major explosion crit.
And then number 1, range 2 at Miranda.
It's yours.
Surprised they didn't shoot the yellow Jumpmaster.
Spend the focus, get a target lock.
I know it's only 2 dice, but if you get 1 damage through, and then 1 the next turn,
Range
kills
2.
him.
Uh-huh.
Should.
I mean, he wanted to try and take that yellow Jumpmaster off the board, really, didn't he? He had was on 3 hulls, so I don't think it was possible. But he could have got a full...
Like I said, well, you primary dice,
yeah.
drop down to 2, get 2 hits hopefully.
Yeah, exactly. We had to... Yeah.
Because you obviously want to get your shield back.
Who knows? I'm going to go back to Dars. So, yeah, the question is, how much of when Faan switched to a rigged cargo chute, was that just a mind game with George to kind of...
Possibly, but I think we used...
Because, like, so George is like thinking, I'm going to get this thing dropped on top of me, so I'm not going to plan any crazy
He
manoeuvres.
could have... I think he would have gained more actually utilising it than not utilising it. Cause, like, literally, we went 2 over,
Yeah,
dropped it, stressed them both. Probably double stressed them because they're probably moving through it again.
yeah.
And then the orange one does a 4 forward, and he's got intel, so he can see where they're going,
Yeah,
and block them onto it.
yeah.
So I think he would have gained a lot more from utilising it than using it as a bluff.
Who knows? He had a. You know, he's also got his own ships pretty close by.
2 bank.
2 rank.
That way, yeah.
George's attitude has definitely changed in this game now. He's a lot more. resigned to the situation he's in. They've used the intel agent. We know that Miranda's going to be doing a 2-bank, which I believe was to the right.
I'll hold it for you, just to help you. That's just straight up the edge.
And the way that Faan's got his jump masters painted almost does make them look like birds of prey.
I thought you gave them bananas. No?
Well, bananas, moons, but like also like using that kind of wing effect, like a bird of prey circling.
Croissant.
What?
Croissant, banana.
Croissant, banana, dark moon.
I think it's probably the first final with both people having amazingly well painted ships.
Yeah, sure. I think it's the first one I've had. I've never asked Faan where he got his ships. I don't know if he painted them himself. I'll have to ask him in the interview that we do afterwards.
Yeah.
Getting some proper lag on these cameras.
It's got torps, right?
Number 2 got 1 sword. Yeah.
You might as well just move over to the next chair, mate.
Yeah, better. I can actually stretch it.
I just wanted to make sure, just in case he did come back. But now we've got a bit more space. We're not on first dates.
It's actually kind of cosy.
You got my full-on body heat coming through here.
I'm cold now, actually.
So, seismic. 1, 2.
I wasn't watching, I assumed he slammed.
Yeah, he slammed.
So,
There's no way he was getting over there from where it was.
who have we got?
How many-
Let's start with number 2. Let's just do it
How
this
many
way.
ships did he hit with Bomber? Was it all?
I think 2.
Takes 1.
Takes 1 damage on the...
Number 1. Takes
I'm
nothing.
getting really bad lag.
Oh, no, he hit all 3.
Takes... What's he on, number 3?
3 HP.
Yeah, so let's...
So this is the beautiful thing about Sabine. You can,
Yeah.
you can wait to see what all the
Takes one,
dice
so
results
speed.
are before choosing who to actually submit.
Yeah, okay, give me a second, mate. I just realised that this has gone...
Shooting?
This has gone nuts. System.
Range 3. Do we have a rock there? We might have a rock there.
Well, it's
Looks like we're over. We get a judge call just on a rock line. So it's from this one to this one. Do you want me to hold anything?
I'd like you to hold
So if I do that,
on that one first.
remember it's not the thickness, it's just any line.
No, I know.
Single line.
Can't see it because it's not see-through.
maybe a laser.
I don't use them.
No, I don't use them either, but might be.
Let me hold this end. Yeah, I'll hold that end. Yeah. If that's your line. I don't know. Do you want to push it down?
There's a laser over the judge's thing.
Okay. So Faan. Hold my ship again so I can move this ruler.
Yeah.
Separate. That's it. Go for it. Nice. I don't know, it's so close.
Yeah,
It might be, it might not be. It's quite important, I suppose, really, at the moment.
I still don't know why people use laser pens for determining stuff like this. That laser pen is never going to be still.
That's why at European Championships they had those things you got in science class. Remember those clamps?
Yeah.
You'd put the test tubes in above the Bunsen burner. They had those, so you could just like literally just like clamp them in on the table. It is difficult, and you got. It's best to have some sort of a stand.
Did they give it?
It says it's obstructed.
Yeah.
The attack is obstructed.
It's all right. I've
Hit
got
and a
3
crit.
blades. You know it. So. See?
2 focus.
I haven't had any dice.
Takes hit and crit. Crit is
Cross control.
cross control fire.
Good luck for me.
Yeah.
That's some really good luck for me.
They go back to dials, and I'm trying to get this thing up and running again. Faan, lean back, mate, and I can see what shield tokens you got. That one's lost all its shields. Yeah, that's fine. And that one's got 1 left. Right, okay, and that one's down to 4 damage cards. Not taken off the table yet. Okay, so everything's up to date, I think. Yeah. So, there is actually a lot more people watching the game than you can see on the camera right now. As if you've been watching from the beginning, you'll know there's several people sat behind us. Where you'd have seen from the camera, there's several people sat behind us. But there's actually a whole ton spreading out to behind me to the left.
There's at least 60, 70 people.
Yeah. Well, it's true. When you turn around, it's a lot bigger than you. Okay, so stun pilot, cross control fire, receive 1 stress token, then flip this card face down.
I'm set, bro.
He's got his stress token. He's not flipped the card down though, but it's not the most important thing. And now is George just gonna run for a while?
Maybe you can get 2 jumps down, so it's just 2.5 healthy wins from MFV.
Mm-hmm. Something I did want to mention. Faan Langelaan, also well known for being a very active Vassal player. His handle on Vassal is Assorted Needles, also on the forum for FFG. So some of you may know him by that name.
Not even going to let
better.
me kill one, are you, Faan, before I have to die? Come on, Faan.
Better he's
3 bank with that one.
which number 1?
Number 1.
Yeah, 3 bank.
That's nicely done.
Oh, you've already got it.
Yeah.
Those
stuff
stuff raises so hard
Yeah.
to judge.
2 forward.
1 forward. Yeah,
1 forward. Still got 45 minutes left of the game, and I wouldn't turn around and say right now this game isn't going to time. I mean, it looks like George is beaten, but he's got Faan's got to catch Miranda again. And George could just run off. Try to take pot shots at range 3 when he's in cover of asteroids.
Yeah, no,
recover shields.
You can't. Faan really can't chase him because he goes fast to make sure he's in range for.
Yeah.
Afterwards, he gets hit by the bomber.
Yeah.
It's just what I struggle with in our game. I just could not set up those tops.
Focuses. Gonna fire on the Intel Agent Jump Master at range 3 for a rock.
Is it for the rock? Yeah.
Range 3,
Yeah.
no
Don't give me
rock.
another.
Oh no, he says no rock, he says.
TLT.
Is it?
Yeah.
This goes. What should have done when I took the stress? Regen shield.
Regen's shield.
Dice.
Rerolls for cock. Got 2 focus results.
Ooh.
I think
Yeah, I don't think he can spend it on offense.
1.
Second attack, 1 hit, 2 evades.
Range 3 back.
Cool, yeah, man.
It's no rock, right?
No, no rock, no rock.
Target.
Target lock.
One crit, one
Spin focus, get a new
hit,
target.
Yeah, it's cool, man. Focus. Dodged.
2 evades. Miranda escapes with no damage that round. So once again, thank you to everyone that's following this game. I'd like to just remind you that we do have a Patreon, which was very important in helping me get here today. Please pop on over to patreon.com/First Earth to help us out with that. I was made unemployed in June, and so these little bits are instrumental in helping me do this now.
What's your opinion of Bomblet then?
Bomblet is it's a good bomb.
Do you think it's undercosted? I mean, was it 3
It's
points?
not. It's not that Bomblet's undercosted. It's that Nim's ability augments it
Go first.
so heavily.
I'll go with number 3.
So in this case, I mean, like George hasn't even dropped it yet.
Well, I mean, he dropped it and got
Dropped one.
he hit all 3 of them,
Focus.
Yeah.
which was 3 points for basically, 3 points
True.
for...
True,
I don't
6
know.
dice.
I don't know.
And he still got it because it's unlimited.
Yeah.
And you got what? You got like 4 damage? You got 3 or 4 damage off of it?
Yeah, it's true. But then at the same time, you can turn around and say that's Faan's fault for boxing up all his ships in that way. He knows he's got a bomblet. If he's doing that, he's going straight into it. But then Faan's also saying, I've got all my shields. It doesn't really matter. So I don't know. But I don't know up to what point I'd say undercosted at 3 points. 4 points, I think it might be. Yeah, maybe it could go up by 1 point. Maybe.
I'm hoping George has done a hard 2 to the right.
Yep, looks like it.
No, he's gone left.
It's gone left. Unexpected.
Yeah, I thought he'd run away, try and let them just follow him and keep dropping those bombs.
So
This is-
TLT on number 2.
TLT fires. He's not regenerate. Oh, he has regenerated
I
shield.
think that was a
But
shield.
it looks like he must have. Yep, he did. Regenerated
My
shield.
mouse gone. TLT.
He's probably going to die to the plasma top.
2 hits. Well, looks like he takes 1 damage on the orange jump master. Gets half points for George. Not gonna make any difference. Now here comes the plasma torpedo from the orange jump master.
Focus, get a new target lock, guidance chips.
Guidance chips 4 hits, and I can't see George. I'm guessing it's a focus. By the way, he's pausing.
Yeah, focus.
Spends a focus, takes 3, 2 shields, and
Number 1,
a
range
card.
Yeah, it's all yours now, bro.
Down to 2 hit points.
Focus, get a new target lock.
It's alive.
Saved by 1. 1 goes in, down to
Oh,
1
one more
hit
turn.
point. 1 more turn at least of fire. So Mr. Dellapina, European champion 2017, comes down. Where was Bartosz Wojcicki when we needed him to wipe out all those jump masters? This had been European Championships. Bartosz went through the top 16, defeating jump masters after jump masters. Amongst those, Faan, Langelaan, Timo Raab. I can't remember who the other one was. No, I think that's it. He wiped out Faan. No, he wiped out Faan in semis. Anyway, he faced 3 jump
Where's the
masters.
Special manoeuvre.
Do we know how many triple jumps came today?
Came to the tournament?
Yeah, I don't think many came.
No, I don't know. But I can say yours are the only 2 I've seen.
Yeah.
You and Faan. So who knows?
So I don't really know what the field's been because I've literally only played Rebels.
He only played Rebels.
one
Yeah,
game
there's
with
so
the
many
Rebels.
Rebels. That's true.
Goddamn Russians. It is Russia. Russia? America. You always get silly for not knowing. It's alright, bro. It's all good. That's
Yeah,
right.
it's, I mean,
Yeah, you're in dire straits, man. I don't know how you're getting out of this.
it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be real tough.
Who to shoot?
Who to shoot? Yeah, that's especially.
Do I hit with everything or everything? Same last time we played in Switch.
Because this is the problem, is that George at most regenerates 1 shield on his attack, has 2 hit points left, and he's going to receive fire from at least 2 jump masters.
I imagine at least one of them's going to be close range as well.
Yeah.
Wicked dice.
It's going to have at least 5 dice, couldn't it?
Oh yeah.
With it, 2
You,
green
like,
dice.
you touched my dice, didn't you, while I was there?
The special spell.
I'd be very surprised if he lives through this round.
Did you rub it on your cloak sack?
However, how much health do you have?
Miranda's only got 1
Is
hit
that
point
right?
left.
That's what it is, isn't it?
Right,
Yeah,
the orange, the yellow jump master, which is the furthest from Miranda right now, has 1 hit point left. The orange jump master
racist
has
yet.
4 hit points left,
Been all inclusive.
4 hull points left. And the closest jump master to Miranda right now still has 1
Yeah,
shield
let's do this, brother.
and
These
all
poor
the
buggers
hull
want to go
points.
home. And I'm driving, so
And that's the beauty of my link.
still running
You
away.
go
Let
one
me
health,
kill
so
one
you know there's
fan.
PTL for the rest of
The
your
audience.
C list.
They want to see a dead jump because you know everyone loves them.
This one?
Yes, brother. Hard to?
Yeah.
Oh, let me mark. I'll make it easy for you.
Yeah.
There you go, mate. I got it.
And
Can I have that?
another
The
focus.
I have one? You got
you-
2.
you
I think you're being
yours-
spoiled. fam.
Yours are much
2
nicer actually.
focuses. I know, but I had to sell my child for an hour for those focuses to a man that I met in an alley called Bob.
And the roll.
Takes the damage.
Right, that's it. It's all over for you now, Fan. You ready? Watch this. Bomb.
Drops the bomblet.
Well, no reason not to when it's free.
Yeah.
No.
You weren't expecting that, were you?
Best case
No, you
scenario,
weren't. Yeah, I got your number.
he gets a hit and crit off the bomblet into blinded pilot. That's doable.
It's true. Yeah, it's true. Bumps. So that's 1 jump master that's not firing on him.
So
That's a
I'm
plus.
definitely
Yeah,
getting
no,
that
definitely.
young man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So
would you like to roll for
this is the jump master that's got 6 hit points left on him.
Oh.
Takes 1 damage and a Sabine.
that? Of course, it had to be the healthy one. So let's do a
So he's got 4
really big
left.
2 dice primary after putting shield back. Whoa! They have got paint.
2 hits.
Focus.
Not as
Recovers
much
a
as yours,
shield.
though.
Spends a
And range
focus.
one.
Yep.
And attacks back. Range 1.
Oh,
3
that's
hits.
You little bugger.
Hey, well played, George.
I was in a game. If I had some good dice, I might give you a bit more of a match. But yeah,
Well,
very hard match. Well,
That's it, Jack. Thank you very much for your
Well,
help.
no problem,
Thanks for having me.
English
National champion for the UK for 2017, Faan Langelaan.
Sorry! Pesky world's dice.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Well done, brother. Well done, mate.
Dude, okay, switch that camera around. The man, the legend, George Dellapina, Rapid Mace. Man, like you said, things weren't going your favour.
Oh no! Look, right. Fan is next level jump master player.
Faan, we've just watched. Yeah, well,
Right,
we've watched Faan 3 times this weekend, and every single game has been completely under his control.
Oh, yeah.
At every single point, and it's like they're basically saying it's a jump master masterclass.
Oh yeah, no, totally. Look, jump masterclass. I played Jack Mooney triple jumps that Simeon lost to, and it certainly was easier for me. However, I will say this: Jack had big rocks. Faan didn't have big rocks, so I had nothing to build to help me have a bit of control. And so I always knew once we got into it, he was going to control the board at that point. Yeah, because he's a great blocker.
And you spent a long time
when I played jumps,
trying to avoid that first engagement.
It was just picking it off.
You're looking for your moment.
I played him in the Swiss, and I know what he does. I know he'll take 2 shields and then bugger off, and just go, no, you're not. I'm putting that right at the back. You're not getting him. So it'll just make you chip at a new one. Look, top player. That is a jump masterclass. That's how you play jumps. However, if you look at the end result, there weren't actually a lot of health left on a lot of.
It was going down.
If my green dice especially would have cooperated a little bit more in the whole bigs at the end, and even my red dice weren't particularly nice to me, it might have been a little bit closer. I'm not saying I would have won it.
No, and we're not blaming the dice either, but it definitely didn't help.
In Swiss, he had 1 left on 1 hole, and he had 1 left on like 4 hole. And it was very tight. It could have gone either way in the Swiss game, and I could see the way he was posturing with his ships. He knew I can play the game. He knows it's a strong list, but him nuking Lowrick was a pain.
It was sinking a ton of damage really quickly.
It was like, oh come on, don't kill Lowrick, otherwise everything falls apart. And then I needed Biggs to survive a little bit, and he just didn't play ball. So I'm a little bit gutted that I didn't get to keep the trophy in the UK. I'm not going to lie at all. I am a little bit gutted. I love this community with all my heart. It's it's what I eat, breathe, sleep, drink is X-Wing and my mates. So I'm gutted for you lot, but thank you very much for your support, your continuing support and your love. We love coming to this event. This has for me it's my second nationals and the best one yet. I've asked people in the room. They said they had a great time. It was a great vibe.
It was wicked.
I feel like it's been fantastic. So onwards, upwards, and to the future. And
good luck, man.
And congratulations, Faan.
Amazing.
Congratulations, Faan.
Always a pleasure with you.
One love, everybody. See you later. Visit us in Warlords if you ever get a chance.
Absolutely. Thank you. Faan. Well done, man.
Thanks, man.
Congratulations. Had you won a national tournament before? I don't think so, correct?
I won the Dutch National Championship last year.
Right, okay. So it's not the first time.
It's not the first time, but it's always, of course, a really nice.
Of course, it's always nice. So what's your opinion of demonstrating that triple jump masters, is still a force to be reckoned with?
Well, I think in the current meta, with if you look at what builds are being flown by most of the tournament players, triple jump master is still one of the strongest squads out there, because it has a lot of good matchups.
And there's not really, since March, when March was the X7 change, the Palpatine errata, nothing's really been done to make them weaker.
No, not really.
So I mean, it's not like they've disappeared, and they did really well. They won the Tatooine Open just after that fact, and nothing's really been changed. It's still going, and there's nothing really done to take them out of the meta. I mean, the other ship lists have come up with Nim that are powerful as well, but doesn't mean that for any moment that Jump Masters have had their day. And so we're looking at now 2 years in a row, Jump Masters win the UK Nationals. Last year when you won Dutch Nationals, what were you playing? Dengaroo, I suppose.
Dengaroo, yeah. So I only play with Jump Masters. That's the only X-Wing I can play, I'm afraid. When they utterly nerf them, I'm going to play Hangar Bay, I think.
Who painted them for you?
That's shout outs to my little brother Sam.
Wow, well done.
He painted them, and it was based on a painting of Rothko.
Of what?
Rothko, that's an artist.
Oh, right,
and he uses the same dark blue, orange and yellow colors in like an abstract
excellent. So, and remind me, how old are you?
23.
23. I said you were 21, but anyway, it's close enough. And how old's your brother? How old's your brother?
19.
And does he play as well?
No, he doesn't really play.
No, okay. Just in case we had another one coming up.
Terrorize
Europe. So excellent. So
trip to Wales next year is already guaranteed.
Yeah, that's
You
really
can
nice.
go along to the Dutch Championship more as just to have fun.
Yeah.
Yeah? Wicked. So, as a pleasure, as always,
Can I
Faan.
still give a final shout out to my mates of
Absolutely,
Amsterdam squad,
yeah.
who really helped me practice a lot. So Charlie, Jelte, Frank, and other players out there.
Much love to Charlie right now.
And,
he was watching, by the way. He has been watching, yeah.
They really helped me practice. Also, this matchup, for example, we practiced, so that was really helpful.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And it was like they, I mean, like everyone's saying, the Jump Master Masterclass you've been putting off all weekend. So
Yeah,
well
I think the stream really probably wanted to see some different squads being flown, but
it was cool because there's hardly anybody bought Jump Masters today. I mean,
I think
there's
there are only
you
like
and Jack got
yeah,
into the top.
and one other guy in the top 32, I think.
With
Mark?
3 Jump Masters?
Yeah, Brian Jones.
Oh, it's true. Yeah, there was another one. Yeah, I remember that. His list was printed out on 2 pages. And the only other question I have for you now is you lost one game in Swiss.
Yeah, I lost versus 3 Aussie 2 gunships.
Oh, really?
And it was really a great squad. I was totally surprised by it. They all had 2 of them had gunner and tactician, and one of them had tactician and operations specialist. So he stressed my whole squad. Everything was triple stressed, and he got these focuses with the operations specialist. I got slaughtered. It was brutal.
Excellent.
So shout out to that player as well, because he really totally surprised
You don't
me.
remember his name, huh?
I'm afraid not.
Don't worry about it, mate.
Yeah.
So there we go. Thank you very much, Faan. It was amazing.
Thanks a lot.
It was a
Yeah,
great
thanks for
game,
having the stream. You're
and
doing a great
watching
job.
you play is really good. I mean, you can see that there's a reason why you're as good as you are. Okay. Thank you very much. Congratulations.
Thanks a lot,
Enjoy your day. Okay.